Hi, I'm Ben, and today I'm going to give you some insight on the modern performance coach and how to thrive in today's world. So, I'm just going to give you a quick definition of what I think a performance coach is. So, someone who specializes in an area that can enhance an athlete's performance in their chosen field. So, whether it's nutritionist, psychologist, strength conditioning coach, a head coach, anything like that, anything, a sector that will be able to enhance an athlete's performance. Some of the topics that we're going to go through today are listed there. These were some of the highlighted topics within my article, and I thought I should address them. So, looking at performance coaches in the 1970s, they were less qualified. There was less funding for it. Um, Multiple roles were assigned to a coach. So, a coach would have been a strength conditioning coach, head coach, a nutritionist, psychologist, and sometimes a physio as well. Um, they also had experience trumped qualification, and coaching experience trumped qualification also. So if you had a professional athlete that just retired compared to a qualified, say, strength and conditioning coach, that head coach would look at that professional athlete going, right, he went very far, he got through his career quite well. I'll hire him instead of the qualified strength and conditioning coach. I'm not saying this happened everywhere, but there were in some places. Also, a coach's eye. That was just basically used to modify like training load, intensities, and fatigue monitoring. There's no technology back then to observe that. Now in today's world, you have specification in roles. So you have your nutritionist, strength and conditioning coach, all qualified within the college setting, and then you have technology enhancements. So this was to monitor performance, whether it was on the field with GPS or in the gym, which is velocity trackers on the barbell. This is a great way to monitor intensity, training load, and fatigue. Today, in today's world, qualification does trump experiences, and it's more evidence-based practices in today's society. So, two main things that I want to talk about in my article background, coaching philosophies. So, a coaching philosophy is derived from principles, beliefs, and values of a coach that drives their behaviors within an environment. So, interweaving philosophies from other coaches. So, this is what kind of I did, and it sticks to me to this very day. I surround myself with really, really good mentors throughout my life, and I'm extremely grateful for it because it made me the person I am today. So Ian Fowler, he was a goalkeeper coach. His positive attitude, his positive reinforcement to the kids, was a constant. It was a constant drive for wanting more and more and more of his coaching. And he was just an overall just a great person, and I took a lot of his mannerisms and characteristics along with me. I still have him to this very day. Ian King, a well-known strength and conditioning coach in the Southern Hemisphere. He has an online coaching course he looks a lot into holistic thinking and holistic coaching that I'll discuss in a minute. And then Dave Fagan and Kevin Foley, both in-person mentors. Kevin Foley was my first mentor in strength and conditioning. He was mainly involved in Basketball Ireland. And Dave Fagan, as you probably know, he's the Sub Academy strength and conditioning coach for Leinster Rugby. He's been there for over 26 years. So looking into holistic coaching, so looking at the bigger picture, so long term, what's going to happen long term instead of short term success. So with these, we have different sectors here. So individualization. So individualizing programs can be quite time consuming, but it is worth the reward. Even if it's you give a program and then you tweak it to the individual, that's more than just giving them a program for a whole team of 30. Because everybody is different. Again, within training, coaching cues are a huge factor. I find that they're very extremely important for athletic development, and it will help them long term. It'll help them build that technique long term. And then with mental health, so building focus, self-esteem, self-confidence, independence within a gym setting and outside a gym is a really important factor for athlete to develop and grow within this world we live in. And then again, lifestyle enhancement. So just managing, so improving the quality of life will improve the athlete's performance. There's less stressors, um, and yeah, this just comes from educating the athlete themselves. So in my discussion, I talk about COVID-19 and how that impacted kind of adolescent athletes. It's not talked about enough, in my opinion. Um, there's a huge, so here's some of the challenges that was faced. So no face-to-face interaction with athletes for about, say, a good to a year and a half. Training load was reduced significantly. There was a real loss of motivation. So there was athletes that actually dropped out of sport just from not playing it, and then there was a huge long-term athletic development setback. So kids were coming in like they're quite uncoordinated and lacked the basic movement skills, along with bad habits. So kids became a lot lazier, and screen time increased as well, which is linked to increased anxiety, loneliness, and feelings of depression. Along with that, some of the solutions that we tried to do were online workshops. From an S&C perspective, online workshops, online gym sessions, blogs and vlogs, to help with their kind of their coping, and then as well as small in-person training sessions just to kind of bring that training environment back, and then monitoring methods such as apps, Google Forms, just to kind of look at stress levels, feelings, just to see where they're at. Another topic that I discussed in the journal article was coaching Gen Z athletes. There was a fantastic study by Geld. He interviewed 12 experienced coaches, and these are some of the challenges that they faced when coaching Gen Z athletes. So, given that it's a fully digital society, they're more susceptible to being on their phones, which leads to poor attention spans, poor communication skills in person, and then the reduced ability to deal with adversity. So, with these attention spans, reduction in attention spans, communication skills, they can't make those kind of big choices for themselves, and they kind of look for feedback or opinion as well. So they also have more frequent usage of smartphones and social media. This led to more frequent feelings of depression, anxiety, loneliness, etc. Some of the potential solutions. So creating workshops for important topics. This will educate the athlete on kind of what they need to do, what to try avoid. No phones in the gym. That's a rule that I currently have, unless it's essential. More communication. It creates more of a kind of better training culture, less distractions, more communication between athletes, more friendships. Who knows? And then also to promote open-mindedness. So have them kind of be involved in decision making as well, uh, like like micromanaged mainly, and then becoming more of a role model to them. So this is going back to holistic thinking and your philosophy, um, and then letting them know that short-term success is not the important topic. It's process helps performance. So how long can we get them to stay performing? So, looking in the conclusion, looking at personal development. So, developing and applying a coaching philosophy. It's really, really important that you understand your own values as a coach and beliefs, and that will create a certain standard. Also, holistic thinking. So, looking long term instead of short term success is an important factor. Continuous development in education, new technology. Performance coaching is an ever-growing industry. It's really, really important that you keep up to date with technology that's opening. And then being patient is another important factor that you should consider with Gen Z athletes. Another on cultural development, so creating a comfortable yet resilient environment to train in. So athletes that can come in, that can be themselves, but train really, really hard at a really, really good level is really important. Again, open-mindedness, becoming a support system for them athletes will develop that coach-athlete relationship. And then being mindful of DEI, so making sure that it's a fair environment, and you embrace everyone within, say, that environment, and you identify and you're aware of other people's weaknesses and strengths. So here are some of my take-home points. So develop and apply coaching philosophy. Understand your values and apply them. Learn and apply a long-term athletic development model. So look, and again, holistic thinking, a holistic model looking at long-term. And then learn how to talk to your athletes. So know the athlete that you are training, and then present workshops for your athletes for holistic reasons. So educate your athletes. Better lifestyle equals better performance. And then also just being mindful of DEI. Here are my references. Thank you very much.